In 2015, we left the rat race and went to the farm. We bought a 100-year-old farmhouse and 9 acres. After 3 years of extensive renovations, we can finally call ourselves College Hill Farm.
Welcome back to College Hill Farm. Today we're planting brassicas. Brassicas, also known as cold crops, include broccoli, cauliflower, and cabbage. And that's what we're planting today, broccoli, cauliflower, and cabbage. I've got about 60 broccoli plants, 48 cauliflower plants, and then about 30 cabbages. So we put those in the freezer, use them all the time. What that'll give us, that will give us approximately 100-pound packages of broccoli, 50-pound 1-pound packages of cauliflower, and then of course 30 heads of cabbage. And then we'll get little heads of cabbage after we harvest the large ones, and we'll get broccoli 2 times. So we'll have plenty to eat fresh as well as put up. Now, for me, planting is tough, especially these crops that have to go in the garden on the ground. I have multiple sclerosis, and bending over is a real hard time for me. So I'm going to show you my method of planting crops without bending over. And I think you'll find out that it's super easy to do. It doesn't cost hardly anything, and it's just simple. Okay, here's our broccoli plants. We grow them in our basement. We start them under lights, with lights and a fan. I'll show you a picture of that. We get these started about 6 weeks ago or 7. They'll be due. They're doing the garden, you know, the last couple weeks of April. These broccoli and cauliflower and cabbage, they're pretty frost tolerant. If it gets below 25 degrees, it'll kill them. But if it's not going to be below 25 degrees, they'll take a little damage on the tips, but that'll be it. So I'm going to plant these today. Now we use these little plastic containers. They're cheap on eBay, but we use them year after year after year, the same ones over and over. So those don't cost us anything. We save our own seeds for the broccoli. I haven't figured out how to save cauliflower seed. So I get that at the dollar store or wherever I can get it. And but now, like I told you, I have a hard time getting on the ground and planting this stuff. So I'm going to show you how we plant these without getting on the ground. Now first off, these are soaking wet. I want to make sure that they're almost waterlogged when we start. That way they're dripping out the bottom. That way I don't have to come back and water them later. So I'm going to show you that now. Now, like I mentioned earlier, I have multiple sclerosis. So I have a hard time bending over. This takes the bending out. So all this is a piece of 3-inch PVC pipe cut off to a length that's comfortable for me. You just pop it in the ground, pull a little dirt up around it. The pipe should be able to stand there on its own. You take your plant, you squeeze it a little, drop it in, pull it out, and it's planted. Again, kick it in, add a little dirt, squeeze it, pop it in, and it's planted. And I'll continue on. And that's it. 15 more 4-packs, And my broccoli's planted. Okay folks, one last thing before I finish this video. I've got in almost everything. I'm down to the cauliflower. Now, one of the things to help you not do all the bending, when you're out in the garden, you're far away from where your plants are. You either have to set them on the ground or come up with some kind of carrier. Or, I don't do that. This is a this is a couch table. It's really light. I put my plants on it, I carry it to wherever in the field, and then I don't have to bend over to get my plants either. So I'll get these last 48 cauliflower plants put in, and that'll have my brassicas in for the year. Except for the Brussels sprouts. I don't plant them till the end of June. All of the brassicas are in. In case you're wondering, I plant in wide rows so I can cultivate with a tractor. That makes it so much easier. When I was a young man, we had a hand tiller and we would put our rows closer together. But now I put them far apart like this, except for corn. Corn needs to be close together. But I put these far apart and I cultivate them with a tractor, and it makes life so much easier. So my spring cole crops are in. I'll plant some more in June, some cabbages, late flat Dutch, and Brussels sprouts. But other than that, the cole crops are in for the year. I'd like to thank you for visiting with us at College Hill Farm today. I hope you found our videos entertaining and or informative. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, and comment on both Facebook and YouTube. Until then, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.